Recently, I started thinking about old pre-pandemic internet and the place that it used to be and that we will never get back, unfortunately.
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen for you.
Because now I'm seeing so many people talk about how the internet has changed and it's never going to be the same, and people are posting these nostalgic videos about how it used to be in 2019, 2020, and they're reminiscing that time. So I decided to dive a little bit deeper into this topic, if there's anything to dive deeper into, and just talk about the internet before marketing and celebrities entered it.
I was hanging with you and
Think about YouTube in 2010s, where you could just watch videos made by regular people just like you. People that didn't need whole production teams to make one single video, that didn't have to run studios and would simply film these videos in their bedrooms, where people would edit their videos themselves and film them on some old family camera. For some reason, at that time, we really enjoyed this type of content and we followed these people and we wanted to get more. But now our standards have changed. Our standards as an audience, I mean, because now we only accept very highly produced professional content that was made by a whole bunch of people. Think about TikTok before the pandemic in like 2019. It was the best time of TikTok. It was its prime, because now we get another app where even more people can create something and express themselves, because it is way easier than making a YouTube video, right? You can just use your phone, film videos vertically and post it after like 15 seconds of filming and it's done. And somehow these people still manage to get following and to get a good supportive audience and to have fans, and at the same time make something creative and authentic. All of these videos from 2019 and 2020 have like a similar vibe to them. I don't know how to explain it, but you can just feel it. Like if somebody shows you a video from TikTok of 2019, you will immediately guess that this video is like from that era. Maybe it's because people were just like filming videos on their phones and like the quality of the camera was different back then, and people didn't really edit their videos that much. They would just put maybe tags and these like sparkle effect from TikTok, and that's it. And that was good enough for some reason. But now, if you do the same thing, you will never get these numbers as people were getting back then. A platform worth mentioning because it holds a special place in my heart is Wattpad. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but I used to be big on Wattpad because I used to read and write fan fiction day and night. Like it was my obsession for like a couple of years. Definitely, I would stay up all night until 4 a.m. writing fan fiction about like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Was like creating these like stories of what would happen after this 100-year war ended and what happened to the team Avatar, and I was shipping Zutov before it became mainstream. So why were people posting on Wattpad, you might think? Like, it brings no profit, you don't gain anything from it, you can't even like monetize on Wattpad. So why were people doing it? It was just because they felt passionate about something and they wanted to share their take on it. They wanted to share their art, their thoughts and ideas with other people. So I'm assuming you begin to understand where I'm going with this. It was a perfect place for artists, maybe some IRL outsiders that were not accepted in their community, in their school or whatever, and they decided to find their people online. I don't know, I was both, I think.
wow.
Which leads us to my second point, celebrities taking over. You know, before Like, for example, all celebrities had like Instagram, for example. The way they were doing it, it was more like subtle. Like, celebrities were doing their own thing and they have their own fans like keeping up with them, and the rest of the people were doing their own thing, and everyone had enough space. Like, presence of these celebrities didn't affect other artists in any way, shape, or form. So what happened when celebrities started taking over and joining TikTok? Because TikTok, I think, is like the most popular platform now. The brands started joining the same platforms, and celebrities were setting trends and setting the bar so high that regular creators could not compete with that, obviously, because regular creators only can do so much. Like, they don't have the same opportunities, same finances as all these rich and famous people. So obviously, if you were to compete with some Taylor Swift, let's say, you're gonna lose. And with all these brands joining social media, it became nearly impossible to spend your time with joy on social media, because every 5 seconds you get an ad. Like, you could be searching for some like topic on TikTok and you just want to go down that rabbit hole and just scroll and not think about anything, but every 2 videos you get an ad about some irrelevant shit, like the most irrelevant things that you don't even like, you're not even interested in, you never showed any interest in that, they show you an ad. And you block them and you report that it's like not interesting, they still show you the same ad over and over again. Same with Pinterest. Bro, Pinterest was the biggest betrayal of my whole life, because I used to love this social media. It's not even a social media because there's nothing social about it, and I loved it so much because Pinterest used to be just quiet, you know? You just go there, there's nobody I know, nobody follows me, like no people from real life stalking you, no bloggers, no influencers. You just go on Pinterest, look for some aesthetic pictures and enjoy your time like with some nice music. It's amazing. But no, now when you open Pinterest, the only thing you see is like ads. It's not even like one ad, it's a bunch of ads disguised as pins. So you click on it and it transfers you to some other third-party website. And I'm like, bro, why? Why do I have to go through this? The whole point of social media initially, it was to be social, right? To connect people from like different parts of the world, people who share same interests or same beliefs, same ideas, or just, for example, if you're an artist, you can share your art, and in that way you can find your fans and people who will enjoy your art, listen to your music, watch your videos, and so on. But now, because all of these big companies that own social media, that's like my theory, but I think it's not even a theory because it's like true, basically. Why promote somebody for free if we can profit off of it? Remember how in 2019, 2020, we had all of these indie upcoming musicians, and there were like so many of them because they were all blowing up on TikTok. All of like these songs, they were blowing up on TikTok, and that's how people would find them. Can you like think of anyone with like similar situation now? Right. I'm sorry, I'm gonna move you because I can't like sit in this position anymore. So the algorithm doesn't promote you anymore as an like upcoming artist, and you have to figure out different ways to get people to see your art, and some of these ways are very annoying, and you have to become this Karen of social media, spamming your music in everyone's comments, posting videos with the same concept, with the same sound, reposting the same video over and over again, because there's the only way you can actually connect with people. I'm gonna move you back because I'm kind of ugly from that angle. Okay, so, and TikTok used to be so easy to blow up on, because that's like the whole point. You're like blowing up, your videos blowing up, you get to like connect with your potential fans or with just like people you are like-minded and you can talk to. But now it's nearly impossible. I have 6,000 followers on TikTok, and all of my videos used to get like good amount of views. But when I posted a video that was like a little bit different format from what I used to post before, I got like 50 views and 0 likes. And I think everyone's gonna agree with me on the fact that social media used to be so much better before all these brands and corporations and celebrities joined it, because at least it was authentic and people were actually sharing their own thoughts, their own ideas, their own art that was genuinely made, that was inspired by something that meant something to these people. Like all of this fan fiction, bro, I would come back home from school and just write new chapters every single day of my life, because I was just so passionate about Avatar: The Last Airbender that I just wanted to finish this fan fiction. Like, I didn't care if I'm like profiting off of it, if I'm making money. I genuinely wanted to share this idea with the world, and now it seems like nobody's doing it. And that's the reason why there's like this shift in content happening. That's why we have this influencer accent and the same editing style with all these like keyboard noises and all of this bullshit, because people stopped being authentic and people stopped being true to themselves and making content that like they are interested in, that they would want to watch. They just think about something that might go viral and they just do it. And that's why everything now is so soulless and so like empty, you know what I mean. Not to mention that that's what I've noticed. I noticed this tendency that you can only go viral as like a beginner creator, whatever. If you mention something that's already going viral in your videos, or somebody who's already famous, or you just like discuss other people's lives in your videos, that's why commentary is such a popular genre now, because nobody's interested in like unique ideas and unique thoughts and unique personalities, right? Nobody wants to see new people. Why? If we can just gossip about some old famous people, not like old literally like age-wise, I mean like people who's been famous for like a while. For example, me, the way I started like blowing up on TikTok is because I started making this like content, like commentary content. I was just talking about like things that other people do, or like discussing what this influencer did or what this celebrity did. And yes, I was getting views, I was getting like millions of views, but I realized that, bro, that's not what I want to do. Like, first of all, you gain an audience that doesn't give a fuck about you and about your personality, and they're only here for this gossip. And most of the time it's not even like just general gossip, it's gossip about this one specific person, and they're never gonna keep up with you, with your content. They're never gonna watch your videos ever again, even if they follow you. So like, what's the point? Why am I doing this? That's what I thought to myself. That's why I like deleted all of these videos and I stopped posting this shit, because I want to post something that I'm actually interested in. That's why I'm making this video, because I like yapping and I like this yap content, even though I'm not like giving you necessarily any new information, but that's just who I am. That's what I like doing, you know. I'm enjoying this. So my point is, if you can, try to create a community of people who share the same ideas, the same beliefs as you, and try to keep your social media clean, you know what I mean? Like, try to filter the information that you're intaking and people you are following and who you're watching, because if I think about it, the media that I've been like consuming since my early childhood actually had a big impact on my personality and the way I turned out. So try to, if you're a content creator, try to be authentic, because you're probably not gonna blow up anyway, so at least do something you actually enjoy. Okay, I went in some like other direction. Yeah, stay authentic, follow my channel, and peace out. See you next time.